What's up, everybody? It's Keefy. You're watching the Weekly Ritual, Ghost Cult's new show right here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. GhostCultMag.com is a small business. With that out of the way, let's get into it. In case you missed it, features at Ghost Cult Magazine. Kicking things off with our interview with Kelsey Warren from the band Blak, Emoji. We talked to Kelsey all about his recent solo singles and a whole lot more. We also talked to Will Ramos of Lorna. Their new EP is out today on Century Media Records. Also in the interview hot seat, we talked to Eva Marie of Eva Under Fire. Their debut album is coming soon from Better Noise Music. And we also chatted with the legend, Colin of Amenra. Amenra's new album, Didorn, is out now on Relapse Records. Another feature we had this week is our retrospective review of Metallica's Black album, which turned 30 years old this week. Holy fuck, we're old, and so are they. We also presented another in our series of the mini Metal Mixtapes by Ebonie Butler. Finally, as a reminder, I have joined the Glacially musical podcast, where we talk about classic albums and classic eras from bands like Metallica, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, and more. Check out that podcast at the link below. And now, the news rundown. Bass! How low can you go? Megadeth knows the bass goes as low as James Lomenzo. James Lomenzo is the new Megadeth bass player, at least for the upcoming tour, the Metal Tour of the Year, featuring Lamb of God, Trivium, and now Hatebreed. James had previously been in Megadeth in the early aughts as their bass player, and he has once again replaced David Ellefson, who is now permanently out of the band according to Mustaine. No word yet if James actually recorded the new Megadeth record, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. A lot of rumors persist that it's Steve DiGiorgio who was in the studio with them. We'll find out, but Megadeth has solved the bass problem, at least for now. And now for some tour news. Bloodstock Open Air is here. Finally, the UK's premier heavy metal festival is back, and it's sick. It's got great headliners like Judas Priest and Devin Townsend and Creator and a whole bunch of more bands. So everybody be safe out there, drink up, and have a great time. System of a Down, Faith No More, and Russian Circles will hit the road for a brief string of US tour dates, supporting their festival-type appearances in Southern California in October, where they will also be joined by Korn and Helmet. But the mini tour looks awesome, and we hope to catch it ourselves. Sad news, as Limp Bizkit has been forced to cancel their tour dates with Spiritbox in the US. They launched to tremendous hype with a great show in Chicago and a huge appearance at Lollapalooza. Fred sporting his new weird old guy look for their new single Dad Vibes coming soon, but based on the current climate with the Delta variant and the rising cases, Fred and the band decided to call it a day and end the tour early. They will rebook at some point. We're going to get more Limp Bizkit news very soon. Lynyrd Skynyrd has been forced to postpone some of their tour dates because guitar player Ricky Medlock has been diagnosed with COVID. Get well soon, Ricky. Year of No Light recently dropped an incredible new album, Consolamentum, on Pelagic Records, and they have announced a European headline tour in very early 2022. No Spill Blood will be the direct support. Rock legend Stevie Nicks has canceled her entire string of 2021 tour dates due to the concerns over the Delta variant. That includes her co-headline appearance at Bottle Rock Napa in just a few weeks. Super bummer news for Stevie fans. I hope Stevie stays well and safe, and we catch her on the road in 2022. Due to the cancellation and postponement of the appearances of many European bands at Psycho Las Vegas, they have announced a slate of new killer bands, including Mastodon, Death Heaven, Mutoid Man, Knocked Loose, and more. Frank Carter and The Rattlesnakes have announced a huge European headline tour supporting their upcoming new album, Sticky, coming in October. Amigo The Devil, one of our favorite artists, is finally kicking off his long-awaited headline tour to support his brand new album, Born Against. The tour dates kick off next week on the 17th in New Mexico, and he's going to be joined by different opening bands like Tejon Street Corner Thieves, Stephanie Lambring, and Four, aka Hank Bree's son Colin. Enter Arma and Yautja have announced a bunch of co-headline dates in the US, as well as individual headline dates with a bunch of other killer openers like Yashira and Cheap-Hang. Super cool stuff. We have an interview coming up next week with Yautja right here on YouTube. Iron Maiden legend Bruce Dickinson has announced the rebooking of his UK book tour, in which he does spoken word, reads selections from his memoir, tells stories about Iron Maiden. It's generally amazing. Voragos Cruise and Destination Festival has announced a bunch of new bands, including Mudvayne, Atreyu, Crown the Empire, and Afterlife. Chevelle has had to drop off the tour, but Mudvayne will play both on the boat and on the land, replacing Chevelle. Guns N' Roses has released their song Absurd that they played live for the first time last week at Fenway Park. The track is everywhere on streaming, and fans are pretty divided about it, but it sounds pretty killer to me, a little bit like Oh My God, Chinese Democracy, Axl. It is a remake of a Chinese Democracy era song, but pretty cool stuff from GNR. Slipknot's Clown, in a new interview with Forbes, has revealed that the band will officially not re-sign to Roadrunner Records for their next release coming later this year or early next. Very surprising news. Roadrunner is the only label Slipknot has ever been on for all 7 of their releases, through all their ups and downs, to become the biggest band in metal outside of Metallica. No word yet on where they will go. I suspect they're going to launch their own record label like Metallica did. Signs point to yes. Rockers Red Fang played their live stream concert this week. You can still catch it today for a low price of $5 with exclusive merch. They played tracks from Murder the Mountains, and they played tracks from their new album Arrows at Mississippi Studios in Portland. It was really awesome to see, and we were bummed that they had to postpone from late July, but now they got it under their belts, and we're going to get some new Red Fang tour dates soon, including Psycho Las Vegas. Dan Andriano and the Bygones released a brand new single and video, Sea Level, from their upcoming full-length album. Of course, Dan is the bassist and co-lead vocalist of the Alkaline Trio. Napalm Death legend Shane Embry has released a brand new album from his electronica project, Dark Sky Burial, and you can hear the whole thing at his Bandcamp right now. Low-key supergroup Spray Allen has released their first single, Stay Clean, a retro rock jam from their upcoming debut album, a double album. Spray Allen includes members of Sublime, Unwritten Law, and Late Night Episode. Hawthorne Heights dropped a new single and video for their upcoming album, The Rain Just Follows Me, coming up soon from Pure Noise Records. Progressive metal band Leprous has dropped a brand new single and video, The Silent Revelation, off of their upcoming album, Aphelon, coming later this month from Inside Out Music. Rap rocker Machine Gun Kelly has announced his new album, Born with Horns, coming soon. He's hitting the studio. He just announced it with his executive producer and buddy, Travis Barker of Blink-182 and a bunch of other bands. It'll probably once again be a rock and punk blowout, just like his last album, Tickets to My Downfall, which was awesome. Rush will screen the director's cut of their film, Cinema Strangiato, in theaters in September via Trafalgar Releasing. They have done huge movie events all over the world with Slayer and Metallica and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam, bunch of other bands. Super cool stuff to see this Rush documentary get on the big screen where fans can go watch it. Motley Crue has announced the digital remaster of their album, Dr. Feelgood, as they continue their 40th anniversary celebrations, continuing the trend with Girls, Girls, Girls and Theater of Pain. Horror-obsessed metalcore band Ice Nine Kills has dropped a brand new single, Assault and Batteries, influenced and inspired by Child's Play, you know, the Chucky movie. Their new album, The Silent Scream 2, is coming this fall, and the video is pretty amazing with like 5 gothic Chuckies. Wreck and Reference has covered the Deftones classic Change in the House of Flies. You can check it out right now on Bandcamp and buy the single track, but of course this comes from the larger compilation from The Flinzer, one of the greatest underground metal labels there are. You can only get it from their subscription club, which is pretty pricey, but we dropped the link below. I promise you it's worth it. Coheed and Cambria have dropped a brand new video for their recent new single, Shoulders, out now on Roadrunner Records. The band is hitting the road real soon with The Used on a co-headline tour. And finally in the news, Blackwater Holylight has announced their new album, Silence Motion, coming out on Riding Easy Records this fall. They dropped a brand new single, Around You, and pre-orders are live now. I shit you not. Unbelievable stories you can't make up. Would you believe it if I told you that the frontman of Satyricon has the best-selling wine in all of Norway? Well, he does, that's right. Satyricon's frontman Satyr has the best-selling wine. His wine label brand, Wongraven Morgenstern Riesling, is actually wildly successful as the best-selling wine in all of Norway. He's actually spun off some of his sub-labels to multi-million-dollar deals, and he's super successful. He posted about this on his Instagram. Congratulations, dude, and we'll see Satyricon hopefully with a new album and a new tour next year. And now for a look at who rules its streaming. We've got Machine Head performing all of their Burn My Eyes as a playthrough video from their live stream series. They got Logan Mader back, they got Chris Cantos back just for one day to perform all of Burn My Eyes in honor of their 27th anniversary. Yeah!
And now for a look at some of the music on New Music Friday. Act of Denial, Negative, Crusader Records. Enigmatum, Deconsecrate, $20 spin. Age of the Wolf and Tell, Vigil's split EP. Electronic Talon, Alchemy of Flesh, Ageless Abominations, Redefining Darkness. All Life Dies, Ghost Dust EP, self-released. Anal Nathrak, 4 album reissues, Metal Blade Records. Annihilus, Follow a Song from the Sky, Federal Prisoner. Blacktop Mojo, self-released. The Cold Stairs, Heavy Shoes, Mascot Label Group. Death Ingloria, Death Ingloria 2, Death by Admin, self-released. Destruction, Live Attack DVD and CD. Napalm Records. Eyes of Perdition, Incendiary Truths EP, self-released. Ghost, Rights of Love and Reverence, Century Media Records. Grid Failures and Scram, split EP, self-released. Jack Russell's Great White, Great Zeppelin 2, a tribute to Led Zeppelin. Deadline, Killing, Face the Madness, Mighty Music, Lorna Shore, and I Return to Nothingness EP. Century Media Records. Quicksand, Distant Populations, Epitaph Records. Sepultura, Sepulquatra. Nuclear Blast Records. Slaughter to Prevail, Kostalom, Sumerian Records. The Ugly Kings, Strange Times, Napalm Records. Unrequited, Beautiful Ghosts, Prophecy Productions. Viserion, Natural Selection, self-released.
And now for a look in our mailbag. This week's mailbag, we've got our vinyl pick, Blood Incantation and the excellent hidden history of the human race. This album's incredible progressive technical death metal, and the vinyl's a gorgeous double LP splatter pattern. Had to have it in my collection. You should get one too. You made it to this part of the show, so you know what time it is. It's the end. Thanks so much for watching. GhostCultMag.com is a small business, so please smash that like and subscribe button, drop a comment, share this link with your friends. Help us out. We really appreciate it. As we say every week at this juncture, it's a tough time in the world, so please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and stay